If you have an active Shopify store, you definitely want to listen to this conversation because we are going to do a comparative analysis of 5 Shopify apps for store management. We're going to compare and contrast Report Pundit. We're going to have Stock Sync. We're going to have Booster AU Cookie Bar. We're going to have Search By. And we're also going to have data export reports. Very important. So stick around till the end of today's conversation. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous. If you were to ask me, if you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka. Now let's roll. In today's conversation, we want to do a comparative analysis of 5 important Shopify apps for store management. I want to start with Report Pundit. So when you think about Report Pundit, I want you to think about 2 things. I want you to think about ease of use and a very clear interface. Very, very well. We love the fact that they have pre-built and custom reports. So you have reports on orders, sales, inventory, product, customers. So Report Pundit is really good in terms of quantitative analysis. They give you tons of reports. You can monitor critical shop metrics. You can automate and export reports. I mean, the name says it, Report Pundit. So if you want to have a clear idea, a granular idea at that, in terms of your Shopify store, how the store is doing, this is kind of cool, okay? And we love the fact that the app is powerful and flexible. It is secure. In other words, it complies with GDPR and CCPA laws. It is cost effective, and this is kind of cool. So with Report Pundit, you can create any report from data in your store. You can build simple to complex reports to track and analyze trends. That's what we love a lot. And you can do this very quickly. You don't have to wait like hours and hours and hours. No, with this app is really fast at that. You can create custom fields unique to your store. You can connect Google Analytics to and Facebook account to see the full journey from visitor to customer. This is kind of cool if you're trying to track where your customers come from. You can integrate and fetch marketing, payout, billing, and other processes into the whole analysis journey. So you have different types of reports. Okay, you also have sales reports, product location and inventory reports. You have inventory history and daily inventory snapshot. You have tax reports. You have Shopify payments and PayPal payout reports. You have fulfillment reports, and you have other reports. The picture I'm trying to paint here is that when you think about Report Pundit, you have a constellation of a deep and broad and deep and broad reports, okay? And so it depends on the kind of analysis you are trying to conduct. In terms of pricing, they have a tiered pricing, and so the pricing is based on the size of your Shopify store. So they call it Shopify account. So you can see on the screen, basic. Here's the pricing for basic. If you have a basic Shopify account, if you have a standard Shopify account, that's called a Shopify account. If you have an advanced Shopify account, and if you have a plus Shopify account. Let's talk about Stock Sync Automate Inventory. This is important as the name implies. With this Stock Sync, you have a good tool when it comes to automating your inventory, okay? And basically, you can manipulate product pricing. For example, you can connect to your supplier REST API real fast. And what we love with this product is that you can actually automate scheduled inventory. And this is kind of cool. If you have let's say you have a Shopify account, a standard account, or an advanced account where you have a large inventory to monitor. So automating scheduled inventory is kind of cool. And we love the fact that Stock Sync is great when it comes to working with every store. They do inventory updates, they manage multiple suppliers, they remove any unwanted or discontinued products from the store, and they do a constellation of things, okay? And you can choose to update 20 plus different product fields such as description, title, images, cost, tags, meta fields, and many more. So this is really cool. And what we love here also is that you can actually integrate with your external inventory or warehouse management system, suppliers inventory, or drop shippers inventory feed. Okay, and so they also have a lot of reports. You can get reports on inventory. You have a CSV, Excel, you have XML, JSON, text, and ADI. So this is really good, and you can download the reports directly onto your computer. You can actually download into a shared drive, into a shared Dropbox, and whatnot. And what we love about this Stock Sync is that they are actually they integrate very well with a lot of platforms, including Amazon Warehouse, Walmart, Wayfair, House, SendMar, Inksoft. And you can migrate products to Shopify too. This is really good. So the flexibility they have in terms of migration is really good, and we love that as well. And one thing we love also with Stock Sync is that everything is updated in real time. You don't have to wait. You don't have to, like some platforms or some software or some software tools, some apps, they want you to do 24-hour archiving, 24-hour updates. With Stock Sync, things are done automatically. In terms of pricing, you can see the pricing on the screen right now. Okay, but if you have a specific needs, you have specific questions, it's always great to ask to contact the Stock Sync's customer service first to have a clear idea, to have a better idea of the kind of pricing they might have for your Shopify store. Let's talk about Booster EU cookie bar GDPR. Now, as the name says it, I mean, this is kind of cool when it comes to compliance. Okay, and the thing here is you have to understand this. If you have a significant part of your business in Europe and you really want to have a clear idea of compliance, this is actually a great app for you. And the best thing about this is it's free. So you can comply with EU law and display a GDPR cookie consent bar to your store visitors. Okay, you have one-click cookie and GDPR bar, and this is kind of cool. And we love the fact that you have a premium cookie banner for your store in minutes. And so this is kind of important because, again, this app allows you to have instant cookie compliance with EU law. And if you have a significant if you make significant portion of your sales from Europe, then you really want to pay attention to that, okay? And so EU Cookie Bar will present your customers with a banner informing them that your store is using cookies. So once the customer agrees to the terms, the banner will be hidden from that customer. Okay, this is really good. And so who needs the app? Well, you need the app if you have customers from the European Union. This is important. And so the features that we love about this app is that you have cookie consent bar, CSS optimized for responsive designs. You also have the customizable content. You have GDPR. You can hide the cookie bar automatically. So this is not something manually. It just goes away automatically. You have a fully customizable design to fit your brand, and you have one-click install. Okay, and so the thing is that the app actually uses a popular open source plugin. This is the Oseno to provide the GDPR banner for your store. Okay, and the app uses the Shopify Consent API to pass consent information back to Shopify. Okay, and so the app cannot automatically block cookies if a visitor declines to accept cookies. So this is the only limitation in our view when it comes to this app. But again, this is what it is. Now, one thing you need to understand though, using this app does not guarantee that your store is fully compliant with GDPR or other cookie policies. Okay, so it's important when you use the app to actually double check maybe with your legal department or with a legal specialist to make sure that you are in compliance with all laws in all jurisdictions where you sell. Very important. Let's talk about SearchPy, SEO booster and speed. And the name says it all. Here we will be focusing on search engine optimization. Okay, so when you think about this app, you have to think about an app that allows you to optimize your Google presence. Okay, so things like you can use the app to optimize unlimited images, meta tags, URLs, schema, keywords in a way Google recommends to boost your SEO ranking and drive organic traffic. Because the bottom line when you have a Shopify store is to drive organic traffic, right? You want to stay alert to all SEO issues so you don't have to do things manually. This is important. Okay, so when we talk about issues, you like daily scan. This app will scan your website daily to find all existing SEO issues and show you a detailed how to fix guide, making sure every SEO element is well optimized. Okay, you can speed up site loading. Remember, when we talk about Shopify store, slow speed causes traffic but no sales. So you want to fasten site speed to boost your SEO and customer experience, lower bounce rate, and convert more sales. So the whole thing, when you think about the search by this SEO booster and speed, is that you just have to think about SEO and also speed. The thing is that this app does a great job, and we tested it. It does a great job at testing and boosting your page speed score on both desktop and mobile devices, as recommended by Google Page Speed Insight Report. Okay, so you might want to choose this app if you sell in a very highly competitive niche, if your customers are impatient. In other words, they have a high bounce rate. If they don't get what they want, they're just out of there, so you got to think about that. And what we love about this app also is that you have 24/7 real-time and one-on-one support to back up your SEO. This is kind of cool because you have a team that is behind this product. And so in terms of pricing, you can see the pricing on the screen. So this is the app that you might want to think about if SEO is an important element for you. If SEO is an important ingredient you like to have into your Shopify catalog of in your Shopify arsenal of services. Okay, and the good thing is that they always update the app. So this is really cool. Let's talk about the fifth player in today's conversation. We have data export reports. So when you think about data export reports, you think about an app that delivers reports at a reasonable cost. What we love about this app is the affordability. So you can actually get instant summary or detailed reports. You can filter and sort data. You can create your own custom fields. You have free report setup and customization through live chat. So this is kind of cool. So any data that you want to have in your store, you can report it through data export reports. Okay, you can schedule and automate reports. Okay, you can automate, customize, summarize, and analyze any data. And we're speaking about more than 2,000 data fields. Think about that in your store. 2,000 data fields. Okay, and so that's kind of cool. So the bottom line is what? If you are a Shopify order, you can use data export for sales reports, for tax reports, for cost of sales reports, for POS reports. We're speaking about transaction and POS locations, okay, point of sale, for Shopify payout reports. So accountants can now automate manual bank reconciliations. You have custom fields, so things like meta fields, line item properties, and card note attributes. You have customer reports. You have fulfillment reports. You have Shopify reports. You have discount reports, very important. Okay, you have refund reports. The whole thing is if you're trying to track refunds by products, country, shipping refunds, and refund adjustment, this is kind of cool. You also have product reports. So products sold by SKU, units, dollars, inventory value, and counts or inventory threshold. You can also have other reports, so shipping label and shipping profit reports, Google Shopping and Bing feeds, industry custom reports matched. And so the bottom line here is that when you use this app, data export reports, you can go as granular as you want, okay? Or you can go as summary. You can stay in the summary version, or you can go in the granular version, in the detailed version. It's all about the what you're trying to do here, okay? In terms of your analysis. In terms of pricing, you can see the pricing of this app on the screen. Obviously, the pricing will change based on your Shopify account, whether you have an advanced account, a standard account, or something lower or higher. It really depends. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another session of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation about Shopify apps for store management, and it's important to understand what we're talking about here. But before we actually give you the results of our analysis of our comparison, let's just say that if you have to choose a Shopify app for your store, there are certain criteria, there are certain ingredients we believe are quintessential to helping you make the right decision, okay? And you need to understand, first, you want to think about the price. I know people say, well, you don't have to think about the price. The price is important. The price is quintessential, okay? Unless you're some kind of big shot Shopify store, you got to think about your operational expenses. So the price is important, and you also want to think about the description of the app. What is the description? It's important to understand their video, their screenshots posted in the Shopify App Store, so you have a clear idea of who they really are. Okay, think about their support system. Very important. Okay, the support. Before the support, think about the reviews. The reviews are important because product reviews in general leave the largest trail of clues if you know how to read them. The more reviews, the more clues. Of course, reviews are also a marketing tool, but in this case, the consumer plays a role in the messaging. Sure, an app with a strong marketing team will actively ask for reviews, but that means they are confident that they'll get good reviews. It's an incentive for everyone to do their best, okay? Think about the support. So after reading reviews, you want to head straight to the support listing. So this section talks about their FAQ, their website, their phone number, their privacy policy, their email, and support link. Okay, so however, only the email and privacy policy are required by Shopify. So if there is a strong FAQ, it can be the key to understanding an app. Okay, it gives you, really, when you think about it, a glimpse of unadvertised features, the complexity of troubleshooting the app, and provides actually reassurance that you can solve many problems on your own. So, and you also have to think about ease of use. You have to think about app installation. You have to think about how you can get the most out of the app. Okay, so what's very important is that whether you are a small Shopify store or an advanced Shopify store, it's important to regularly evaluate your Shopify apps and reviewing them. Okay, very important. Now, let's have a decision here. We have a decision to make. So, Report Pundit versus Stock Sync versus Booster EU Cookie Bar versus Search By versus Data Exports. Which one should you use? Obviously, some of these apps do different things, but it's always important to say, hey, listen, which one do you really need at this point in your I would say in the journey of your Shopify store. Okay, but before choosing a Shopify app, between those 5 elements, you got to think about cost. As I said, price is very important unless you are rolling in millions of dollars every day or whatever. So you got to think about price. You got to think about the clientele, so that this is your target audience. What kind of reports do you need to track every day or every month? And this depends on the clientele. This is really important. You also got to think about the goals that you have. Okay, the goals that your Shopify store has. Very important. Think about your niche. We have talked about your niche before, but in this case, it is really important. Now, the niche is important because it tells you what competitors are also doing. It's not just about you, right? You're not the only player here. Your competitors are also playing an important role, so you want to make sure that you are doing, or at least you are mimicking what they are doing. So if your competitors are tracking certain categories of data, you really also want to be in a position where you can track the same data so that you are not left out. It's really important. And you want to think about, before choosing whether you want to go with Report Pundit, Stock Sync, Booster, Search By, or Data Export, what are your overall resources? Okay, because for example, if you download let's say a constellation of reports from Report Pundit or Data Expert Reports, are you going to analyze those reports by yourself, or do you have the team that has the intellectual capabilities to analyze those reports? Because it's not just about downloading the reports. It's not just about, creating the reports. You have to be able to interpret it, to analyze it. Also, think about your current app catalog. How many apps do you have right now? And do those apps integrate very well? Do they sync very well with with the Report Pundit, with Stock Sync, with Booster, with Search By, and Data Expert Reports? So this is the kind of a synergy I want you to think about. This is the kind of analysis I want you to do so that you have a clear idea of which app you should choose. So after comparing Report Pundit, Stock Sync, Booster EU Cookie Bar, Search Pi, and Data Expert Reports, our pick is Booster EU Cookie Bar. We believe that most Shopify accounts nowadays have customers in Europe, and if you have customers in the European Union, you definitely need to have an app like this. And the cool thing is it's free. Booster EU Cookie Bar is free, so we have rated this app 9.8 over 10. Then we have Search By SEO Booster 9.5 over 10, Data Expert Reports 9.1 over 10, Report Pundits 8.6 over 10, and Stock Sync Automate Inventory 8.2 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I'll speak to you another time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.